In this video, we'll be looking at section 6.5, subtracting exponents. Our essential question will be, when do I subtract exponents? So when multiplying similar bases led to adding the exponents, what would lead to subtracting exponents? That's going to be the main point. When dividing identical bases, so the same variable, when dividing identical bases, we can subtract their exponents. Okay, so let's use that idea, and we're just going to do a bunch of examples. Now, the main thing I'm going to be kind of focusing on is the location of when we're finished. So say I had 3 to the 4th over 3 squared. Well, I'm dividing. I have similar bases, 3 and 3. I'm dividing, so I'll subtract their exponents. So it's going to be equal to 3 to the 4 minus 2, which is 3 squared. Now, say I switch the order. Say I did 3 squared over 3 to the 4th. What's that answer going to look like? I'm still going to subtract, but the location is going to be where there were more of to begin with. Since I had more to begin with in my denominator, once I subtract, I'm going to stay in the denominator. I'll put a 1 to hold the place. So I did 4 minus 2 is 2. I'm going to keep everything in the denominator because I had more in the denominator. So if there's more in the denominator, it stays in the denominator. So that's going to be the big thing we want to keep track of. So let's do another example. We'll do some variables. So let's say I had x to the 5th over x squared. I would do 5 minus 2 is 3, and there's more on top, so it's going to stay on top. There's more x's, there's 5 x's on top, so it stays on top, like so. And if I switch that order, so I did y to the 7th over y to the 10th. We're dividing, we have similar bases, so I am going to subtract, but where is it going to be located? It'll be in the bottom because I had more in the bottom. 10 was in the bottom, that's greater than 7, so after I subtract, I'm going to keep it in the bottom, and we use a 1 to hold our place. So say we have some coefficients. So when I see coefficients like this piece right here, we're going to simplify that fraction. So I'm going to simplify the fraction. 4 over 12 becomes 1 over 3. So I'm going to simplify that fraction, so now it's 1 over 3. And then with my variables, like bases, subtract the exponents. So 7 minus 4 is 3. Where is it going to be located? Are my x's going to be in the top or the bottom? Well, I have more in the bottom, so they will stay in the bottom, like so. let's say I had 9 over 18. Yeah, 9 over 18. And then we had x to the fifth, x to the second. What's this going to equal? Well, I need to simplify my fraction first. Simplify the fraction. 9 over 18, I can divide top and bottom by 9, so I get 1 over 2. And now I'm dividing similar bases, so I subtract. 5 minus 2 is 3. But where is it going to be located? Are my x's going to be in the numerator or the denominator? Well, I have more on top, so we're going to leave them up top. So I'll put x, and then I subtract to the third. Okay, let's do a couple more. So I have 6 6 over 21, x to the fourth, y to the seventh, x to the ninth, y squared. Okay, let's try this one. First, we'll simplify our fraction. They can both be divided by 3. Divide top and bottom by 3, and we get 3 over 7. So that's just me simplifying 6 over 21, dividing 2 over 7. Dividing top and bottom by 3, and we get 2 over 7. So this fraction right here, 6 over 21, has become 2 over 7 over here. Now we'll do our subtracting of similar bases. So I have x's right here. So I'm going to subtract their exponents, but where is it going to be located? There's more in the bottom, so I'll leave it in the bottom. And when I subtract, I get a 5. Now we'll deal with the y's. I have y to the 7 and y squared. So where my y is going to be located? And my answer. Well, in my answer, the y's will be in the top because I have more y's to begin with up there. So I'll put my y, and now we can subtract. 7 minus 2 is 5. Let's do one more. Okay, so let's try to simplify this one. First, we'll simplify our fraction. 8 over 20. What can I divide 8 and 20 by? They are both divisible by 4. So we'll end up with 2/5. Now we'll do our subtraction and put it in the correct spots. So I have my r's. I've got more r's in the bottom, so I know it's going to be in the bottom when I'm done. And 10 minus 8 is 2. Now my t's. Well, I have more t's in top, 10 to t to the 12, so put my t's at top. And then I'll go 12 minus 4 is 8. And then we're done. So that's how we can use this exponent rule of dividing similar bases, which will lead to subtracting the exponents. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.